wait and see if people join in. Hello. So I just wanted to come on live and make a video or show you guys how I use aloe vera for my hair and skin. I just bought this plant this leaf this weekend, so I thought it would be good to just go ahead and like do a little video showing how I cut it and how I use it. So you can get an aloe vera leaf like this from like a natural food store. I got this one from the Sprouts grocery store. I know Whole Foods have it sometimes, maybe Trader Joe's, local farmers market, somewhere like that. Some people have aloe vera plants in their home. I've never seen an at-home plant that produces leaves this big, but if you have one, kudos to you. But I normally buy these from the grocery store, like I said, and they are about $1 to $2. And I probably get one like once a month. And I tell people about using aloe vera all the time, and they'd be like, well, how do you use it? How do you cut it? So that is what I'm going to be showing you in this live video. And I'll like save it to my Instagram for later. So I'm going to show you how to do like a scalp treatment, how to prep the aloe vera for a scalp treatment, and use the skin of the leaf for your skin. So what you're going to need is an aloe vera leaf. Like I said, you can get it from the grocery store. You're going to need a cutting board, a sharp knife. You're going to need a blender and some peppermint or tea tree oil to put in it. Today I'm using this peppermint black castor oil that I got from like the hair store for like $5. And you'll need like a air sealed container to store it in, and I'm going to be using a mason jar. So I'm going to turn the camera down so that you can see. So I like to work in chunks for this. So what I'm going to do is cut at an angle and sections. So we'll start with the root here. I want to cut this white part right here. I want to cut that off. So I'm going to, and you really need a sharp knife here. So you see, I'm going to cut that part off, and we don't need this. You can throw this away, but the gel, like the inside portion, is the nutrients. That's what you need for making like this little hair treatment. So I'm going to cut, I'm going to cut in chunks. So I'm going to start with the first chunk here. And what you want to do is cut the sides off, and then we're going to shave off the green part. All you want is the gel in the middle. The gel in the middle is the important part. So just going to use this to cut it down. Okay, now you want to take your knife and cut along to separate the skin from the gel. You can see this part, you save this for later. So put this aside, this part, the skin, because even though you've like taken away from the gel in the middle, it still has some gel on it, and we can use this. So we're going to use every part of this aloe vera. So set this aside. And you want to continue to cut. And like I said before, we only want the gel that's in the middle. we don't want any green. So you want to shave all the skin off the gel in the middle. It's a little slippery, but I can make do with it. Ugh. Feels like slime or snot. Okay. So, let's take my blender. Once you have your gel, see how thick it is, this little piece, you want to put that in your blender and continue shaving off the rest. So I'm just going to repeat the process. You know, aloe vera is has lots of benefits, used for lots of things. I know when I was growing up, got stung by a bee or got mosquito bites outside. I grew up in the country. Or if you got a burn, I don't want to say old people, but the mature adults would say, you know, put some aloe vera on it. And I've found that aloe vera has been a really great beauty enhancer when it comes to healthy, clear, glowing skin. And recently, I've discovered the benefits of it for your hair. So, going to continue. And I like storing it in the refrigerator because cool aloe vera, when you've been out in the hot sun on your skin, once you come in, is amazing. Also, if you ever have like sunburn, and if you've ever had sunburn, you know that sunburn is like painful, can be painful depending on like the place of your body that you have the sunburn. A cooling aloe vera gel is really soothing during the process of healing the sunburns, because you know there's no real like immediate remedy for sunburn. You kind of have to like just let it go away as is. I've had sunburn like on my face one time because I was like, oh, I don't need sunscreen at the beach, and was out at the beach all day, and the tip of my face got sunburn, and I was like, how you get sunburn on your face? And it was very painful, y'all, just to let you know. Like, any facial expressions I made for the first couple of days was like painful. So I definitely encourage you to use sunscreen when you're like in direct sun. Now I use like primers and moisturizers that have SPF in it, so it's like not a additional product that I have to use for it to get my sunscreen, but like my moisturizers and my face creams have SPF in it, at least SPF 30. I would definitely recommend. But just going over this process again, we want the gel in the middle. So by cutting the edges off of your aloe vera plant, and then shaving that front and back shell off, and save this part. I'm going to show you what to use. Someone just asked, what moisturizers do I use? I use Olay and Neutrogena or Aveeno moisturizers, and they all now come with at least SPF 15, 30, or 50. Right now, I really love the Neutrogena Hydro Boost line of moisturizers, and all of those have SPF in them. I use the lotion, the facial moisturizer, and the water gel. I kind of use the water gel all over my body. It's very slippery with cutting. this aloe vera. So I'm trying to get as much of the middle part as possible, but as you can see, a little difficult. Be careful using the knife. Of course, you don't want to cut yourself. And the tip, so like this part, I don't worry about cutting that because it's like less gel in there. But up to this part, definitely want to cut that to get as much gel out of your leaf as possible. And one plant I usually use for one hair treatment, and able to use it on the skin on the skin of the aloe vera on my skin at least once in the shower. Okay. I'm gonna set this aside and use my blender. Wipe the gel off my hands. Okay, so now the aloe vera is in my blender. I am going to blend this up. Now, it's a gel, and with blending it, it's naturally going to like foam up. So you don't need to add any water or anything in it. You just want to blend it up as best as you can. You don't want none of the gel form. So let's sit this here and blend it. Just gonna check and see. Okay, it's all blended. So now I'm going to take the peppermint oil. Like I said, you can use peppermint oil, tea tree oil, whatever types of oils you use in your hair. This is one that I got from a beauty supply store. It was like $5. And I use these oils to add in my conditioner when I am when I am deep conditioning. So I'm just going to take about 5 to 10 drops of this and add it into the aloe vera. So okay. I love using peppermint oil in my hair because you get that like minty sensation on your scalp. Oh, it feels so good on clean hair. So I'm going to put the blender back on and just blend this up again. Okay. So now I'm going to take my glass jar, just a mason jar that I have laying around the house. And I'm going to pour it inside. Okay, this will eventually settle. It won't stay foamy like this. It'll settle into a liquid after like it sits for a while. I would suggest putting it in a in the refrigerator. You don't have to. Long as it's in an air sealed tight container, it should be okay. I would say it would be okay to sit for up to a week, no more than a week and a half. But how I use this in my hair, I like to take one of these little squeezy jars. You can find plastic ones, but this is just a oil like container that I got from the Dollar Tree. Put this put the aloe vera into this, and then after you have washed your hair, you can either add this to your conditioner or just put it directly into your hair on your scalp and let it sit. Like, you let your conditioner sit for 10 to 15 minutes or more. Let this sit with your conditioner and then wash it out. And so if you have like itchy scalp or you have dry scalp, the aloe vera will help solve those solutions for you. Now, for the skin, if you have anybody old school in your family, you know that aloe vera is good for cuts, burns, scrapes, and all that kind of stuff. So what I like to do to keep my skin smooth and soft all over is take these this skin of the aloe vera leaf, because it still has some gel on it, and while I'm in the shower, just rub it all over my skin. You see, it really helps hydrate your skin. Great for the summertime, great for if you're in a lot of direct sunlight, so your skin don't get irritated. Any scars, scrapes, or bruises that you may have, rubbing it on that will also help relieve help with those scrapes and scars, minimize those. So since I've cut this aloe vera, what I would do tonight is use this in the shower to rub all over my skin. You want to make sure you wash it off. That's why I say do it in the shower. So I hope you guys have learned something from this video, and be sure to leave me comments. I will save this live on my I will save it on my accounts and maybe like put it on my IGTV. If you have any questions, feel free to DM and reach out to me. And I hope you guys have fun using your aloe vera and see the results that I see. Bye.